the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's Good Morning
Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारे तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
नमस्कार,
वनकम,
नमस्कारा,
खुशामदीद,
अस्सलाम वालेकुम,
सत श्री अकाल,
మీకందరికీ వందనము,
जय स्वामी नारायण,
जय श्री कृष्ण.
जय जिनेंद्र.
हमारे इस्माइली भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे या अली मदद.
मौला अली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजी बंदर को बोलेंगे नीसा बुला बरजान. हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारे. myself फालतू बाबा.
And of course, myself, Faltu Rani, लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time show that's going to make it totally exciting and totally mastani bandajane.
To the Badajan, and let me tell you one thing. अभी टाइम हो गया है first to go take a look at what's happening with the roads. Badajan, ट्रैफिक का हाल आपको देंगे हम लोग सस्ते में.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
That's right, Badajan. 408-912-2479. If you want to share with us what's happening on the roads, well, let me share with you what's happening on the roads over here. We are seeing some traffic coming up on different places, but in fact, there's a 880 pay. There's a huge traffic block right there. Sorry, not 880. It's 87 actually. There's no accident reported, but very close to the airport, but there's a little bit of traffic over there. It's backed up for almost 2 blocks, so probably people are trying to get to work right now, given that many places actually eased up their restrictions for coming to the office and working. Let's see, there's a traffic accident on 85 southbound, not impacting much of the traffic as such, so just flowing. Speaking of accidents which actually are impacting the road, I should tell you the 84, which is the it's a bypass road. Falta, have you been there? It actually is scenic route kind of a thing.
Right.
There's a severe traffic alert because of accident with collision and injuries actually on that road.
Oh.
This is the one which connects the 880 if you want to take 880 or towards going towards 680. It connects that particular thing, right? 84 going all the way through the city crowd kind of thing. There is an accident, and that's kind of whole road is kind of blocked by jam.
Yeah.
I would advise not to go. In fact, there's a road closure in effect in the region. If you're stuck in the place, I'm so sorry. We just listen to our radio show. We'll try to see if we can entertain you somehow or the other. That's what you got to watch out for. And let's see, North Bay, in fact, on Golden Gate Bridge, there's actually an advisory of fog, which is really bad right now. Watch out, drive very carefully over there. Some lanes are affected in the place, and traffic advisory is already in position there. So watch out for that. And there also is a report of a fire on 101 northbound at Cesar Chavez in San Francisco. Expect delays. There's kind of a congestion in that region, and so probably all the streets out there in San Francisco are looking kind of really bad right now. And Treasure Island gas passment is actually a fog advisory in effect near the Oakland area, Fremont Street in San Francisco. Watch out for that. This is going to be giving you some kind of a challenging driving situation, suppose, in those regions. Let's see, East Bay. In fact, we have a disabled vehicle on 580 being reported right now on the Edwards Avenue in Oakland. Doesn't seem to be impacting traffic, but watch out for that if you're driving in that region, Pradujam. That's all we have right now for you guys with the update of the traffic part of it. Weather, mein kya batao, Pradujam, it's still kind of smoky outside. There are going to be some we probably will have a little bit of a higher temperature than what it is right now, because right now it's somewhere in the range of 60s, I suppose, lower 60s, but might go into mid 70s pretty much. It's going to be a cold day, so watch out for that. The good news is probably we might have some relief from the smoke. We might get some sunlight in. Let's hope for the sunlight, but right now it kind of seems overcast right now, and there also is report about the fact that the air quality also is unhealthy. So still I would suggest stay in if possible, and if at all you're going to go out, wear the mask, but again it's very important, because you never know, breathing with your nose or mouth, you might be inhaling those the fumes of the forest fires, Banajam. So
and also wear some eye protection, Banajan, if you have to. Try to stay indoors, because if you're looking at me right now on Facebook, you'll be able to see that I have my eyes are completely
So what kind of
itchy. I think it's something to do with the ash or the smoke or whatever, the fires.
Yeah, but what kind of eye protection do we require to
I don't
use?
know. I guess cover your eyes when you're walking. I don't know what to do, dude. Wear sunglasses or something.
Sunglasses is not going to help you with the job. But anyways, she's right. There's eye protection specifically available where you actually can close the particular portion of your eyes. If you want to order it on Amazon, go check it out for sure. But abhi ke liye, Balajan, stay indoors. What I would suggest, and stay healthy, Balajan. Focus on your health right now. Probably 2020 was designed, Faltwani, for us to just be, cautious about our health.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it seems like as though we got to, whatever we try to do, it's kind of coming back to us.
You know what is scary, Altibaba? I had this whole big sort of a reveal that happened to me. Considering how 2020 has been going, every single thing that has been like terrible, with the coronavirus, the wildfires, the and in November we're going to have an election.
Yay!
And one disaster after another. Guys, if we are not careful, we could be setting ourselves up for disaster.
Well, you can look at this way, Father. It's nature's way of correcting itself, right?
Yeah.
It does. Nature, whenever we mess it up, nature finds a way to correct it, right?
So
probably the mistake we did in 2016, it's time to change it.
Oh my God. That's a very positive outlook.
I always look at the
Very
positive.
good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
That's
Faltwani.
amazing.
Whenever you feel you want a positive outlook about things, just look at me. Yeah, I'm a PERT expert, Badajan. I'm an expert. See what But I know, Bajan, we gotta go and see what's happening with the headlines for you guys. And yeah, headlines aapko chahiye to you can go to our Media Mahima blog and check it out there as well. The stories I share with you guys in detail on the blog mediamahima.com. Like, let's go see what is passing off as news these days. Faltwani?
What do you mean, what is passing off as news? What does that mean, Altibaba?
It means that what exactly is news right now, because just because Trump comes to Nevada and does a thing and people go big ha 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 hoo hoo about it. Okay, I can guess actually it's going to be the first headline you're going to share right now.
Well, that's because you can read it on the screen, Badajan. Yes, and those of you listening to us on the radio, let's tell you that we also broadcast this morning drive as well as the evening drive on Radio D Hotties whenever we go live, Badajan, on our Facebook feed, facebook.com/Radio D Hotties. You can like the page, you can subscribe to the radio feed. You can also go to YouTube and follow Radio D Hotties as your YouTube channel, and then click on the bell icon so that you can get notifications. But let's go on over and take a quick look at the headlines. Trump holds a campaign rally indoors despite coronavirus concerns. In that campaign rally, he says he will negotiate a third term.
Yeah, I knew
in 2024 because he is entitled to
Yes.
it, in his own words.
I knew
Entitled.
it. See, this is what I'm telling you. There is always nature has a way of revealing the truth to us. We got to be wise enough to understand this.
God.
It's going to be Trump and Trumpistan. It's going to be Trumperica.
Yeah. Thank
Trumperica.
you. Thank
Trumperica. Yay, Trump! Let's make America great cheese again.
Yeah, let's get more cheesy and more nasty. You know, Altibaba?
All you liberals, my goodness.
Well, what liberals? Stop with it. Liberals is a good thing, Manajan.
Liberal media, huh?
It's a good thing if you're
Supreme
liberal.
media doesn't want that to happen.
You're
brother.
progressive. And Trump visits California and Biden talks climate change as wildfires shift campaign focus. California and 19 other states sue the Trump administration for weakening methane rules. Biden adds top lawyers to teams preparing for election legal battles.
Oh.
We will talk a little bit more about that shortly, Banjan. Potential sign of alien life has been detected on inhospitable Venus. So alien life has been detected there. People are preparing for worst case scenario if something happens here in the November elections. Where to move to?
What? Alien life as in livable? I thought Venus is totally unlivable place, right?
I don't know. They're saying.
Are they planning to send all the ladies there? Must be Trump's idea.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think
They say women are from men
Oh
are
yeah,
from
that's
Mars.
right. He's got inflatables now. So
Ah.
Russian paramedics accounts challenge Moscow's explanation for Navalny's coma. U.S. ambassador to China, Branstad, is leaving his post to help a Trump campaign. ByteDance picks Oracle as a partner to save their US TikTok bid and rejects Microsoft's offer.
There you go, Oracle, quiet player.
Yeah.
Nobody knew about it also.
Well, guess who else is getting into the game? Alphabet's YouTube is now going to launch a TikTok-like product.
All right.
Yeah. Nvidia is going to buy chip designer ARM for $40 billion as SoftBank exists. Germany breaks ranks with China and shifts to adopting an Indo-Pacific strategy. And India says China has been laying cables to bolster communications at their border flashpoint. You know, where the Pangong area? China has been laying cables apparently over there. And the latest in the Sushant Singh Rajput case, Banujan, Shovik Chakravarty's school friend has been arrested. And the NCB, the Narcotics Bureau, confirms that Sarah Ali Khan, Rakul Preet Singh are likely to be summoned soon for questioning in the Sushant Singh Rajput
All right,
case.
Banujan, right now we're going to play a song for you guys. It's starring Sushant Singh Rajput and Sarah Ali Khan from the movie Kedarnath, Banujan. Music by Amit Trivedi, sung also by him, I suppose. Lyrics, of course, by Amitabh Bhattacharya.
जय हो शंकरा आदिदेव शंकरा तेरे जाप के बिना चले ये सांस किस तरह मेरा कर्म तू ही जाने क्या बुरा है क्या भला तेरे रास्ते पे मैं तो आंख मूंद के चला तेरे नाम की जोत ने सारा हर लिया तमस मेरा नमो नमो जी शंकरा भोलेनाथ शंकरा जय त्रिलोकनाथ शंभु हे शिवाय शंकरा नमो नमो जी शंकरा भोलेनाथ शंकरा रुद्रदेव हे महेश्वरा के जन्म से भी पहले तेरा वास था ये जग रहे या ना रहे रहेगी तेरी आस था क्या समय क्या प्रलय दोनों में तेरी महानता 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 सीपियों की ओट में मोतिया हो जिस तरह मेरे मन में शंकरा तू बसा है उस तरह मुझे भरम था जो है मेरा था कभी नहीं मेरा अर्थ क्या निरर्थ क्या जो भी है सभी तेरा तेरे सामने है झुका मेरे सर पे हाथ रख तेरा नमो नमो जी शंकरा भोलेनाथ शंकरा जय त्रिलोकनाथ शंभु हे शिवाय शंकरा नमो नमो जी शंकरा भोलेनाथ शंकरा रुद्रदेव हे महेश्वरा ललाट पे भस्म है भुजाओं में वस्त्र बाघ छाल का है खड़ा पाँव में प्यास क्या हो तुझे गंगा है तेरी जटाओं में जटाओं में जटाओं में दूसरों के वास्ते तू सदैव ही जिया मांगा कुछ कभी नहीं तूने सिर्फ है दिया समुद्र मंथन का था समय जो आ पड़ा द्वंद्व दोनों लोक में विषामृत पे था छिड़ा अमृत सभी मैं बांट के प्याला विष का तूने खुद पिया
And of course, Bhajan, that song for you guys from the movie Kedar Bhajan, starring Sushant Singh Rajput and also the late Sushant Singh Rajput, and also the one who's going to be who's going to have a controversial interview with is it the ED? Who is the people who are going to be narcotics department interviewing Sara Ali Khan also, Bhajan, pretty soon, and we'll give updates
and
on
also that Rakul Preet Singh lady.
Yeah, so if you really go to our website of Media Mahima, if you click on the tags over there, you actually get more updates on Sushant Singh Rajput's case as well. But we actually are giving you a day-to-day update on that, actually, if you go check it out. But right now, let's go see. It's time for us to go check out the news in detail. As I told you already, but if you want to catch up the news, which you share with the guys on air, you happen to miss out some of those things, do not worry about it. You can catch up the news for you guys on the news blog, MediaMahima.com. And right now, let's head out and see what's the... Hey, but you shared about Trump coming to the thing and all, Trump not being scared of COVID-19, but what's the update of COVID-19? Do we have anything on that?
In terms of the coronavirus update?
Yeah.
Yes, there are 35 potential coronavirus vaccines in human trials across the world, and countries are making plans for how they will eventually be used. But there is something that is alarming scientists, especially in India, that they're keeping the results of the vaccine trials very quiet, apparently. And scientists are getting alarmed as to why they're not sharing the results. But let me go on. China says there's no need for everyone in the country to get vaccinated, just frontline workers and high-risk populations. It's a sign of growing confidence among governments that they can get the virus under control. It's a different story in the United States, though. President Trump's claims that the nation is rounding the corner, unquote, in a coronavirus fight. Dr. Anthony Fauci says we're nowhere near that point. U.S. cases have just surpassed 6.5 million, and some schools are becoming petri dishes of disease. Meanwhile, a federal health official says that a Trump-appointed communication official or officials at the Department of Health and Human Services pushed to change the language of weekly reports that were released by the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention so that they didn't undermine the president's political message. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's talking about, I've been engaged in huge battles on the social media, and especially on the Indian forums.
Oh, nice. Very good that you have so much of time, yeah.
Yes, I know. I really need to. But unfortunately, now the week has started, so I won't have time for it. So, and I'm not going to lose sleep over some of these battles that I've been engaged in.
Social media, very important. Actually, life-changing.
It is, because it is being misused for the
I agree with you. Totally agree with you, Falsari. Please, social media battles are very important, but please take it very seriously.
Yeah, exactly. And check the spread of misinformation.
That is very important.
Yeah, so because President Donald Trump yesterday, if we don't watch it, Banajan, we will probably have him for a third term in 2024. What happened? Yes. President Donald Trump held a Nevada campaign rally at an indoor venue on Sunday despite public health professionals' warnings against large indoor gatherings during the coronavirus pandemic. Trump, a Republican, railed against his Democratic rival, former Vice President Joe Biden, suggesting that Biden was taking drugs and that he was soft on crime. Biden wants to appease domestic terrorists. In my plan is to arrest domestic terrorists. If Biden wins, the mob wins, he said to an enthusiastic crowd.
Did he say that? See, I told you, he'll come around to us. Now, Banajan, please, he's talking about local, domestic terrorists, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the people who are
protesting in the Black Lives Matter movement is whom he's referring to as terrorists.
Not other people who actually took the gun and shot the people and all?
Mm-hmm.
What?
No, he says, here's the thing. Biden, people in this particular crowd of 194...
So he actually is making his militia valid right now. He's validating his militia.
He is.
Oh my
And
God.
people in the crowd were seated close together, Banajan, and many were not wearing masks. Biden has criticized Trump for holding campaign events that put people at risk of contracting the coronavirus, which has killed nearly about 200,000 people in the United States. Trump actually played down the virus in its early stages and has alternately embraced and disregarded advice from public health experts who encourage mask wearing and maintaining social distance to prevent its spread. Now, one of the campaign spokespeople, like Tim Mortog, said in a statement, if he can join tens of thousands of people protesting in the streets, gamble in a casino, burn down small businesses in riots, you can gather peacefully under the First Amendment to hear from the President of the United States.
Am I the only one clapping?
Participants were to have temperatures taken before entry and were to be given a mask. They would be encouraged to wear, apparently, the campaign said. But
Hey, see, they're being very careful about all those things.
no, they were not. People were not wearing masks at this particular event. And let's tell you, Banjan, at this event, he said he plans to, quote, negotiate, unquote, to run again in 2024 if he wins re-election in November. His latest in a series of comments that have alarmed critics who say he has little regard for constitutional boundaries.
Hey, this was known well ahead of time. I don't know why people didn't catch it in the first instances. In 2016, he gave the instance that he wants to make it Trump-America.
Well, he has said, and he predicts that he will win the re-election and he will carry Nevada, a state that he lost in 2016.
See? He already is fortune-telling right now.
Yeah. After that, he said he will negotiate, asserting that he's probably entitled to another 4 after that, based on the way we were treated, is what he said. That's my
Am I the only
impression.
one clapping?
You're clapping for my impression, right?
No.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, but the thing is, this has got to be an eye-opener of people too, who have not decided to vote this year, to go ahead and vote. So, our very democracy is at stake here.
Yeah.
Imagine you're going to be something like Russia
Yeah.
soon, because he's following the footsteps of Russia and also China.
Exactly. And there are these Trumpsters, trolls, who post about the fact that under Biden it's going to be communism, when
No.
actually it's going the other way around. It's going to be authoritarianism under Trump.
Thank you. That's it's even worse. Communism still, thinks of other people, but this is going to be authoritarian regime. So, yeah, we've got to be careful about it, Jan, because this man knows how to actually play around with the law and everything. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I was going to say something else, Alberti, very important.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Alta?
I was actually asking people to become more aware about these things and make a decision at the polling station this November 3rd.
And
right?
send a resonating
Well,
message.
no, let's just say that. No, first of all, action is go vote. Nothing else. Don't just worry about. Don't get carried away with the social media stuff and everything. Make an informed decision. Go vote. Whatever it is, whether you vote for Trump or not, just go vote this time. Let's see how we can actually increase that particular participation in the polls. But I had a question for you, Falcon. Yes, that was a question. The question I had for you was the particular Nevada thing. How many people showed up?
Well, thousands of people.
Wait. Hey.
Well, they don't actually.
Hey. Trump is famous for actually what?
They don't actually share how many people.
Well,
I looked for that
and Trump
information.
is famous for inflating the numbers.
Yes. He said millions showed up. Well, either ways, what did he talk about? He will. We'll know, Altibaba. He's coming here. He's coming to us.
Yeah, I know.
He's coming to California.
Ever since, I won't be surprised if at all he already sent us an email, his people, because Radio D Hotties is a vocal advocate for whatever.
For democracy.
For democracy, so probably he'll want to convince us otherwise.
Yeah.
You never know. We might have the red tie over here.
Yeah. Huh? What?
Yeah,
No
he might
thanks.
be in the studios. You never know.
Okay.
If he comes, you think I'll deny him coming into the studio?
No, I'll give him an opportunity to address all the accusations leveled at him and everything that he has done.
No,
You
I would
better
just
believe that.
I would just ask him to come.
If I don't have a gag reflex, that
No,
is.
no. I'm not going to all this. I'm going to be a true journalist. I'm going to give the mic to him and tell him, please talk. And I know our bandhus are quite intelligent to analyze
Yes.
on their own. I don't have to ask any questions, Bandhujan. We don't have to ask any questions about him.
Okay. That's not right now. It's not going to happen.
It's become
Altibaba.
like a publicity for him right now. Everybody's talking about him right now,
Well,
including you. Okay, fine. I'm sure next story is going to go to Molly.
Well, he's traveling to California today, Banjan, to be briefed about the devastating wildfires, while Democrat Joe Biden is planning a speech on the matter from Delaware, bringing climate change to the forefront of the presidential campaign. Trump, a Republican who pulled the United States out of the Paris Accord on global warming because he found it too costly, has blamed poor forest management for the fires that are raging around the West Coast, but has authorized federal disaster aid. Democrats have said that climate change plays a role, and Biden is expected to emphasize that in his remarks. California and 19 other states sued Trump administration for weakening the methane rules. They have decided that Trump administration's decision to weaken curbs on methane emissions from the oil and gas industry, saying that the widespread West Coast wildfires should be a reminder of the dangers posed by climate change. This is something that's going to be discussed, and I'm hoping that news reporters are going to ask him these questions during the press conference there. In the meanwhile, Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden has added top lawyers to his staff and launched a special litigation team as his campaign races for potential legal fights over the outcome of the November 3rd U.S. election against Donald Trump. Biden's campaign for months has been ramping up what it calls the largest voter protection program in presidential election history, after Trump repeatedly has suggested without evidence that the election could be, quote, rigged, unquote. The campaign said on Monday that Bob Bauer, a New York University law school professor and former Obama administration counsel, had joined as full-time senior campaign advisor working on voter protection efforts with campaign general counsel Dana Remus. Mark Elias, a top elections lawyer at the Perkins Coie firm, was running a team focused on protecting voter access to the polls and a fair and accurate vote count state by state, the campaign said. So you'll get more information about this on mediamahima.com. And Jan, this is clearly telling you how much people are anticipating a legal battle when it comes to November and the elections.
I don't want to be the person saying this, but I called it. Remember?
You did, and you know what? You were absolutely right. You know why? There's that guy that he pardoned, right? That criminal who was convicted on 7 counts.
Who is this
Roger
person?
Stone, who was convicted.
Yeah.
He actually went on air on a news channel on Saturday or Friday, and he actually made a statement, Altubaba, where he said that if by chance Trump loses, what he should just do is send the military out into the street and take over.
See, it's very...
Because it is definitely going to be a rigged election, according to him. And he says that Trump should just extend his rule.
So in other words, what they're saying is when they're trying to put in people's mind that actually it's a rigged election already, because of the fact that...
they know they're going to lose.
They're going to lose, yes.
Yep, they do.
Well, anyway, let's see. But again, I hope every individual makes a decision for himself and sees where we are right now. It is very rampant right now, Fatma. I think what we require right now is to heal from this coronavirus time, whatever. 2020 is the time we see what all our shortcomings are and we heal. Like we realize that we actually were totally disconnected from the nature. Now we understand the nature can do anything to us.
Right.
We got to heal from that, and also we got to heal from the fact that there's a lot of racism going on in the US. Across the world, let's just be honest about it. Across the world, it's there across the world, and this is something which we have to really stand up against.
Right. So, but Jan, if that happens, we can, figure out if there's any other planet that's hospitable, because based on what scientists are saying, Marijan, harshly acidic clouds of Venus, there is a gas called phosphine that indicates microbes may inhabit Earth's inhospitable neighbor, a tantalizing sign of potential life beyond Earth.
Do you follow science fiction movies, Fazwan?
No.
Have you seen old movies of science fiction?
I just said no.
Well, okay, you should actually try to see those things. They talk about how Venus actually has a layer of unpenetrable thing, but under that layer, everything is nice and hunky-dory.
Really?
So the toughest part is to actually break through that, because closest to the sun, it's actually protected. Now we have ozone layer, right?
Yeah.
So they have a stronger layer protecting them.
Oh, really? So I don't know about that. But they're saying right now they haven't actually discovered any actual life forms, Manjan, but they've noted that on Earth, phosphine is produced by bacteria thriving in oxygen-starved environments.
There you go.
So the international scientific team first spotted the phosphine using the James Clerk Maxwell telescope in Hawaii, and confirmed that using it, using the Atacama Large Sub-Millimeter Array Radio Telescope in Chile.
Wow.
Yeah, so yay! We're not alone.
Yay, women can't survive.
What? Why are you going to send women to Venus?
No, Mars is for men, right?
I know we're hot, but come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, paramedics who treated Russian opposition politician Alexei Navalny after he fell violently ill on a plane last month found no increase in his blood sugar in initial tests and saw no signs of a metabolic disorder. 5 medical sources speaking out for the first time told Reuters. Their accounts contradict the public diagnosis given by the doctors at the emergency hospital in Omsk, where he was treated, who said Navalny had fallen into a coma due to a metabolic disorder and experienced blood sugar levels 4 times higher than normal. So they have ruled out that it's a medical condition, and they are saying that he was poisoned. So more on all the stories the headlines that we shared this morning, Manjan, including the ones that are coming out of India on MediaMahima.com. Please do go check it out over there. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show to entertain you yet again. And in the meanwhile, have yourselves a magnificent Monday. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe.
तेरे नाम की जोत ने सारा हर लिया तमस मेरा नमो नमो